Hey guys, it's Dana, and I just really wanted to talk to y'all about peptides in this video. I've gotten a lot of questions about, Dana, what is an actual peptide? Why is there so much talk about peptides, and why are the ones you taking, what makes them different from a GLP or any other peptide that you inject? So let me just back up a little bit. I am an RN first. I went to TCU nursing school. So science, biology, that is my background. I was a labor and delivery nurse for 15 years. Fast forward, had babies. I'm now in the stage of like teens, raising teens. But approaching that perimenopause part of life. I'm 46, I'll be 47 this year. So perimenopause is hitting. Menopause is right behind it, and just post-menopause and all the fun I get to look forward to. So I will have to say that when I started hearing about peptides, my science brain started like trying to research, figure things out, wonder what they were. I know what peptides are just from my anatomy and physiology lessons back in the day at TCU. But as we know, peptides are a type of branched chain amino acid. So your body naturally makes peptides. A peptide, for instance, that you probably that you would recognize as insulin, so that helps us balance our blood sugar levels. And then we have like oxytocin. Oxytocin is a peptide that helps you naturally go into labor and affects your hormones and all that kind of stuff. So peptides are a huge part that play a huge part in metabolism, in muscle recovery, in hormone regulation. So when the GLPs came out originally, like the Ozempics and all of those, they were very interesting, and I feel like a helpful tool for so many to lose fat. Because what they did was, as you know, you start to lose some of those natural peptides, the GLPs came in and helped with hunger cravings and kind of switch that hormone off in your brain that tells you you're hungry. And so there was a lot of weight loss with people who tried those. And I have nothing against that as long as you're maintaining your muscle and you understand that there's habits that go along with anything, whether it's a GLP or an injection peptide versus a natural peptide like the ones I take. I had someone ask me the other day, are you on HRT? And I am on HRT. I'm on testosterone HRT, so I do take an injection for that. It was not my first preferred method of treatment with testosterone, but I've tried. I tried the cream. I did not want to do. I didn't want to do some of the other ways they come. So I opted for the injection, and I give myself a shot every 10 days. Doing that, I don't need progesterone or estrogen just yet. I did have a little backup to, I had a hysterectomy in 2021, and then I had both ovaries, so my hormones were kind of working on their own. And then I had one of those ovaries torsed. So, sorry, nurse brain here, it doesn't bother me to talk about, but my ovary twisted. So I had an emergency surgery 2 years ago. So I still have one working ovary, but I'm 46. So it's working, it's just, it needs a little bit of help. So my testosterone, which was usually naturally high, was lower for me. So now it's at a great level. My hormones, I do watch over those. I have a doctor, also deal with some functional medicine to help me through that. That's just my personal story. As I was thinking about these peptides though, I was like, I don't really want to do an injection. I don't really have a lot of weight loss. I was not looking into peptides for weight loss. A lot of people do, but I was looking at it more from a standpoint of, I am lifting heavier than I feel like I ever have, but I don't have the energy to get through my lifts. I don't feel like I'm progressive overloading like I should because of the way I've been strength training for the last few years. I'm starting to get this, I guess cortisol belly is what you want to call it, just that When your body handles a lot of stress, especially when you hit 40, for females mainly, you get the cortisol belly. So that's the belly fat that is not just skin anymore. Yes, I've had 2 babies, but it's more than just skin. So, and then the scale, probably 5-pound difference, but not anything crazy. So that was another reason I looked into it. And after doing my own research on these specific peptides, which are bioactive peptides made from natural sources, they are not chemically compounded in a lab. I love that about these. Now, did they work? Do they work? I was wondering. So I have a friend that I follow on Instagram, actually, that I continued to watch her progress and her stories, and having a similar muscle build like she did, I thought, well, let me look into these. And so I continued. I always do my research, and that's what I will tell anyone: do your research before you just jump into anything. And that's with intermittent fasting or GLPs or the natural peptides that I take. Whatever it is in life, you need to always do your research. So I will say that these peptides were more or less for me just, let me try it out. Let me go for 1 month and see. So the Breakthrough 3 stack is the one that I tried, which contains the Fit, Lean, and Restored. Now, what you need to know about these natural peptides is I do not have to be under a doctor's order, so there's no prescription required. They're taken orally, like the easiest thing to take. I actually just was finishing off my, my drink for my Fit peptide because I filmed a workout. And the flavor to me is great. It tastes like an orange tang. Some people say it's too tart. Water it down more if you need to. But that to me is not an issue, is the taste. It's not like I'm drinking greens. It's not just straight up kale or anything like that. So the taste is great. I can take them anywhere with me. Again, it's not an injection, so I'm not giving myself a shot. I loved all these things about it. And after 3 weeks, I will have to say, my energy was up. I was lifting heavier. Couldn't really see my muscle gains yet because it really had only been 3 weeks, but I just knew that I was progressive overloading because I had the energy to get through my workouts. I just was calmer. I was more, I feel like my hormones were just kind of like steady and balanced. So the peptides that you take and ingest naturally support your body and work with your body. So not me just working harder, doing heavier workouts, going on longer walks, trying to get more sleep, go to bed early. All those things, yes, are great, but I needed the support. And that's what these peptides do. They support your body. So those peptides that you already make, the branched chain amino acids that you already make, they are basically just supporting the level of communication between those peptides to help the production increase. Because at 40, 30, and then 40, your metabolism slows down and you don't have that production anymore. So these do work. Are you looking for a 10-pound weight loss in a month? They may not work like that because these are not injections. They're not gonna work as fast. But consistency with everything else in life is important with these peptides. I've actually started taking Hydrated, which helps with electrolyte balance, helps with the muscle recovery as well. And I have noticed a big change in that just with my hydration and my brain, like not having that brain fog like I feel like I used to. I will be on these for the rest of my life because I love them that much. And it's hard for me not to share the amazing story behind these and kind of what peptides are because I get the question a lot. So if you're still here listening to this video, thank you for being here. I always have my link available, but if you have any questions, please reach out, respond to this video if you've been given it. And I would love to send you the link for the Breakthrough Stack, which is what I suggest people to take. It's the Fit, it's the Lean, and that helps with the food noise and kind of helps, I wouldn't say suppress your appetite. You're just not snacking all day. It really doesn't affect me that much. but the restored helps with the sleep and muscle recovery as well. So many benefits. It's natural, no prescription needed, no injection. Guys, at this stage in life, you got to start supporting your body, because you can be on a hamster wheel doing everything that you feel like you're doing right, but this extra support just gives you that little bit of boost to encourage, support, help the communication with the amino acids in your body already, and you will be just hooked. I know you will. So hopefully this video finds you well, and y'all take care.